Hi there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today I will be watching the very first episode of The Witcher. Ooh. I don't know why I did that. It's because witch is spooky. The Witcher. It's a game series. It's a book series. Now it's a Netflix series. It's about a guy who's a witcher, who's a person who witches. The verb form of witch, as we all know what it means to witch. I was just witching earlier today. I think I have two of the games, if not all three of them. I've never played them. I have not played the books. All I know, it's a dude with two swords who fights monsters, and there's goofy sex scenes in it. So, if the show has monster fighting and goofy sex scenes, like in a hot tub or on a unicorn or something like that, maybe both, it's probably a slam dunk for fans. But I'm not a fan. That doesn't mean I don't like it. It means I've never played it or read it, so I'm coming in completely blind. Yeah, The Witcher. Let's go. I, um... Okay, let's work through the plot here and see if I can talk myself through what I just saw. Okay, so there is a kingdom, and the kingdom has a king and a queen, and a granddaughter who's the princess. There's no direct daughter. I don't know who the princess's mom is. Maybe it's Renfrey, which we'll get to in a minute. So, there's an evil kingdom that is invading this kingdom. Okay. Kingdom 1, king, queen, granddaughter. Kingdom 2, bad guys. Okay. We're cool so far. So, Geralt of Rivia slaughters a big spider monster. He and the big spider monster were submerged so deep in the pond muck swamp that it wasn't even creating a ripple on the surface. That's how deep it was. And then they stood up, and it's like 3 feet of water. Which is weird. And then the camera cuts away from the sword and spider monster action to a horse walking backwards. That was a cutaway shot we needed. And then back to the spider monster. And he kills the spider monster, and Geralt of Rivia is all pale and black veiny and black-eyed. Not like black eye, but like eyeballs all completely black. That never comes up again. I don't know if that's a game thing, like the more Geralt fights, the more black-eyed and veiny and pale he gets. If it is, hey, great attention to detail. Otherwise, he has amberish color eyes for the rest of the show. That never comes up again in the first episode anyway. So he has the giant spider monster, which conveniently shrinks in size so that he can put it on the back of his horse. Either that or maybe he just took part of it. It's under a tarp, but it's a lot smaller than it was in the first scene. So he goes into town, and he goes to a bar, and he says, "Hey, I killed the thing. Where's the person who put out this bounty?" And they say, and everyone hates him because he's a disgusting mutant witcher mutant. Bigotry. But he's like super buff, super handsome, Henry Cavill in leather pants with fetching amber eyes. I don't know why everyone hates this guy so much. I think the game might have the same problem. But, you know, bigotry never makes sense, so we go with it. Anyway, turns out he killed the wrong monster somehow? I don't know if Geralt screwed that up, or if the person who put out the bounty screwed that up, or if Geralt can't read, or whoever put out the bounty can't write, or I heard it wrong. I don't know. Anyway, so he goes to another person who might buy the monster corpse, who's a wizard who lives in a tower with a bunch of naked people, and he's unhappy with that because he feels he has to stay in the tower because a woman that he's trying to kill is trying to kill him for trying to kill her like the other women that he already killed. You follow? Right. Okay. So every woman born on the total eclipse of something, maybe the sun, maybe the moon, some heavenly body, has an internal mutation which is bad, so it doesn't, it's not, you can't observe it, it's internal, you see. It's kind of like this whole Salem witch trials thing. So, you know, he killed and autopsied all the women who were born under the bad moon or whatever. And there's one left, and she's kind of pissed about that, and she's trying to kill him, so he hides in the tower with naked people. And so he says, Jerry of Rivera, would you mind killing the woman that, you know, because, I mean, naked people are great, but it's still kind of a prison. A prison with naked people, but a prison nonetheless. And Jerry of Rivera says something along the lines to intimate that the false bounty was a ruse to lure him to the tower to hire him to go kill the woman that he tried to kill, which is why she's trying to kill him. I don't know how that works, or if I just heard it wrong. Whatever. Jerry of the leather pants, who everyone gives him crap about his clothes, but he's like wearing the same stuff that everyone else is wearing. It doesn't seem to be particularly different in style or more worn than anyone else's clothes or filthier than anyone else's clothes. Maybe he just smells really bad. Who knows? Anyway, he tells the wizard in the Tower of Naked People, nah, and leaves. So we cut to a... where are we now? What's going on now? Oh, right. So, the bad kingdom invades the good kingdom and kills pretty much everyone in it. And the princess escapes. Okay. So, in the woods, Jerry meets Renfrey, who is the woman that the wizard in the tower is trying to kill because she's trying to kill him because he tried to kill her and did kill the other women born under the bad moon, right? That woman. So she's like, hey, Jerry, bud, would you kill the guy in the tower who's trying to kill me? I mean, I'm trying to kill him, but I've decided maybe I've just been failing, so obviously you're a better course, I guess, is her thinking. And she says, oh, by the way, he's not being totally honest about the whole thing. You see, I'm a princess. I don't know if she's like the good kingdom's princess, like she's the mom of the queen's granddaughter, so she's I don't know if it's that kingdom or if she's just another princess from another kingdom. If I read the books, I'd probably know this. If I played the games, I'd probably know this. I've done neither, so I don't know this. But she says, hey, you know, he raped and robbed me, and that means I'm not a princess anymore somehow. And so all the bad things that I do, you know, I kill and steal to survive because I'm not a princess anymore. Okay. And so Guy in Tower, even more bad than you thought, right? Because it sounds like the whole, if she's telling the truth now, it sounds like the whole, oh yeah, every woman born under the bad moon, we've got an autopsy to see the internal mutation. It sounds like it was just a ploy to, rape and murder women. So, Jerry says, nah. And she's like, well, dude, raped, robbed, lost my princess ship, and everyone thinks I'm a monster because I'm just doing what I can to survive. What do you think I should do, genius? And he says, just ignore it and leave. Which strikes me as fairly insensitive to a rape survivor. I don't know. But came off as a little callous. I mean, murder is bad, yeah. But, I mean, we can at least empathize that she's interested in some form of justice, in whatever form that may take in this particular world. But Jerry's reaction is, whatever, move on with your life. And for some that may be a valid solution, but it doesn't seem to be for her, so yeah, Jer, maybe exercise a bit more empathy? I don't know. Seemed like kind of a dick thing to say. So then they bone. And then he has a vision of pre, during, and post-boning of cryptic things like, they're all gonna laugh at you, and things like that. And he wakes up and he goes, and she's not near him, and he's fully dressed. So I guess they boned and then got dressed and then went to sleep, or they didn't bone. I don't know how you bone, but my understanding, because I'm an alien who just observes human behavior, is that most people, I mean, if it's like a one-night stand, like if you're in a bathroom, which, ew, or like a public restroom, which, ew, or if you're at someone else's place and you're not spending the night, I get putting your clothes back on. But if you bone and then go to sleep, it's always weird to me that people bone and then get fully dressed and then go into bed. That's you do you, but that's weird to me. Whatever. Anyway, who wants to sleep naked on the forest floor? Honestly, so okay, it makes sense. So he's like, oh no, and he runs into town, and then he runs into Renfrey, the princess who's trying to kill the guy in the tower, who's trying to kill her because she's trying to kill him for trying to kill her. Runs into her posse, who says, haha, Renfrey told us you'd be here, and she gave us a message. You're gonna have to choose. We're gonna all fight you now, with swords. And he's like, oh, crap. And so he does, and it's super cool. Seriously, I'm about 50 minutes into the show, I was like, not feeling it. The fight scene at the end, holy crap, it's really good. He stabs the first guy in the face and then rips his sword out the side. Oh, so good. It's actually shot really, really well. Great choreography, great action. Man, just watch this for the action scenes. Even if nothing else is working, and it's kind of not. I will say that a lot of the actors are coasting on pure charisma. I can't say Henry Cavill is one of them, but he's doing good Geralt of Rivera voice. So if you like the guy who does the voice in the game, Henry here does a pretty damn close version of that. So aces. Some of the set extensions look a little weird, especially when the camera moves, but whatever. Anyway, so excellent sword fight. And then Renfrey is there holding a hostage and says, I'll kill everyone in this town until that jackass in the tower comes down here. And Jerry says, don't kill the kid. And she throws the kid to the side, and they have a fight, and then it's a great fight, another great sword fight, and he kills her by slitting her throat. But the last action beat in the series doesn't quite work, because he has the sword to her throat, and he doesn't, like, drag it across her throat. He, like, takes it away really abruptly. And she has a good-sized cut on the side of her throat, but it's something she dies from in, like, 40 seconds, and it doesn't... I mean, I've cut myself shaving in blood more than that. That's not true at all. That's incredible hyperbole. But still, it didn't quite read. A shame that was the last action beat. So she dies, and then the wizard in the tower comes down and is like, hey, let's autopsy her. And Jerry says, don't you touch her. And then the townspeople are like, look at this witcher! He just slaughtered a bunch of people who attacked him! Throw stones! Throw stones! And even the little girl who was held hostage by the other woman who Jerry just saved is like, you leave and never come back! And the wizard guy is mwahaha, and Jerry leaves. So... Oh, important to understand, the kingdom and this town, the kingdom that got invaded and killed everyone in it except the princess who escaped, who is Black Canary, by the way. She screams, she has a sonic scream. She's not exactly Black Canary, but she has a sonic scream of some sort. If you've read the book or played the game, tell me all about it in the comments. That kingdom and where Jerry was this whole time, these are two completely separate places. See, my TV and chair are over there. It's about 10 feet away. At about the 7-foot mark, I was about right here when I realized, son of a bitch, those are two different places, aren't they? I was like, that makes a lot more sense. So it wasn't clear to me throughout the entire show until like a minute after watching it that the kingdom where all the Game of Thrones crap happens, and then the action, fantasy, sword-swingy adventure stuff with Jerry of Rivera happens, two completely different places. I have no idea if the town is like a suburb of the kingdom, or if they're like on the other side of the map. I don't know. I don't know if the show said and I missed it. I don't know. What exactly was Renfri's plan here? So, she's trying to kill the guy in the tower. She's got a posse. They can't get him to come out. She can't hire the Witcher to do it. So she's going to stand around in case the Witcher shows up, which he does, but what if he didn't? What if he woke up in the forest in a post-coital stupor and went, roach my horse, off we go. She'd be standing around like a jackass, and all of her posse would be like, what the hell? But Jerry does show up, so they're like, okay, so I'm gonna have sex with Jerry, and he's gonna have like a psychic sex vision, which makes him think, oh no, I need to go to the town because she's gonna do something stupid. And he comes here, then my posse's going to attack him, he's going to kill all of you, then I'm going to hold a girl hostage, then let her go, then fight him, get killed, and then he's gonna feel really bad about it and will kill the wizard in the tower? Was that the plan? It didn't work, because he didn't kill the wizard in the tower. Could have. He was right there. But he didn't. So, not a good plan. So yeah, The Witcher. It's okay. Decent production value. Cavill is does the character fine, but characters like this are boring. So their stories succeed on the strength of the people surrounding them, and the show seems to have some interesting characters. Most of them died, but maybe it'll have some new ones. Actually, all the interesting ones died. But maybe it'll have some new ones. And even though I didn't feel that there was much to most of the characters, the actors were just selling the crap out of it through sheer charisma, as I mentioned earlier. I would not have bothered with episode, and I have not bothered, but I would not bother with episode 2 if it weren't for some really good action scenes. There's a big battle between the two warring kingdoms. It's pretty cool, except we don't really know one kingdom, except the king and queen seem pretty cool. And the other ones are just faceless bad guys. We don't know what the hell their deal is, so imagine if Fellowship of the Ring started with the battle at Helm's Deep. Still cool, but at this point in the story, it doesn't really mean anything because you don't know what everyone's fighting for or who anyone is. But hey, that elf and dwarf are pretty cool, right? Same kind of problem here. Again, if you've played the games or read the books, it probably means a lot more than it does to someone who hasn't. Good action is enough to make me watch episode 2. Because I am that shallow.